Alright, guys, so it was a legendary day in Dokkan history today. I figured rather than wait, we would just get a video out right away here, which would kind of go over which characters I would sort of recommend to pick. So, I mean, if you're not aware, Dokkan just tweeted out, I guess we could call this a trailer, and they revealed that with the Porunga Dragon Balls, we will be able to grab any character pretty much from the last year. Now, I made a couple of tweets right here to kind of like further explain some stuff. So, we can pick one of these characters, okay? So, this is basically every single 2024 Dokkan Fest and LR, starting from March. So it does not include the anniversary characters of the 9th anniversary characters. AGL Broly, Physical Gogeta, Beast Gohan, and Gamma 1 and 2 are not included. But starting from, the post-anniversary Dokkan Fest, which was Frieza, going all the way to the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest of Daima Goku and Glorio. And then you are also able to select one of the 10th anniversary LRs. Now, I'm going to assume most players are probably going to be grabbing one of the 6th anniversary LRs. I would think that's probably going to be pretty common. I've got a couple of key characters that I kind of have singled out that I think if you're not going to get one of the 10th anniversary LRs, to look at one of these characters. And one of them is the 10th anniversary LR, but again, I mean, we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it. All right, so there's that. I did also tweet this out, so this is how to get all 7 Porunga Dragon Balls. I'll probably just make a video specifically on this, but we can cover this here. So, exchange 10th anniversary coins for items, beat a stage 3 times with an Earth-protecting hero, consume 777 stamina, do the training in the clouds. A lot of this stuff, to me, seems pretty basic. Like, I would think that players probably already have a lot of these, just doing stuff. Then we have clear a stage 3 times with a successor category character, Vegeta, Frieza, any God of Destruction, Demon King Piccolo, right? Characters with official titles. And then the final 2 Porunga Dragon Balls will be available for us on the 21st. Dokkan Awaken a character. The reason that's a mission is because the 2 free-to-play characters will be available to Dokkan Awaken Kid Trunks as well as Demon King Piccolo. And then clear a stage with a team of every type of character, AGL Tech, and STR and Physical. So there is that. That's how you get those Dragon Balls, and you can make the wish. Now, furthermore, there's a little bit of confusion. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're literally directly telling you could pick any of these characters, but it's so generous that a lot of people like can't believe it and stuff like that. I literally am seeing people tweet out this image and saying, "Is it true you can get the 10th anniversary characters?" And it literally fucking says it. Dude, yes, you can. It's not a joke. It's Godamatsu is not pranking us. But there's also this. So, I mean, this is not the biggest deal, but there is kind of like a minor translation error that the global Twitter did. Again, this is not the biggest deal, but it makes it much more obvious, in my opinion, from the Japanese translation, that like you can pick any of, again, those 2024 characters or the 10th anniversary characters. So the key problem with the translation is this right here will be a, like it's like, okay, so they kind of did, okay, let's jump over. So here's the Japanese text. Here's the translated one right here. So it kind of explains this. And then it says, in addition, the lineup contains characters that appear between March and December 2024. So it's kind of like this will be available. Like it just doesn't say that. Like it doesn't add that in. So the lineup will include characters that debuted from March to December 2024. It doesn't really like it. I know it says you can get the 10th anniversary characters right in this part, but like just the way this is written, I've seen it confuse people. Whereas right here, it's like you get the 10th anniversary characters, and then in addition, here, let me actually just do this because the arrow's pointing. And it says, in addition, the lineup includes the characters from March to December. It's just a common thing with all Dragon Ball media. They translate it very shittily. Sparking Zero, everything. The Dragon Ball dub is filled with translation errors, right? Again, I'm not speaking on quality of the voices. I'm talking about specifically like script, stuff like that. It's a huge problem. I don't know. I translate, like, proper translations is really hard, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just I can't even speak to it. I'm not gonna pretend like I can speak Japanese to translate. So I don't know. But did just want to cover that. So all right, we kind of like set the baseline, the groundwork. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Some characters that I would recommend grabbing with your Porunga wish. So obviously, all right, the big boys. I mean, I'm gonna tell you all this. My expectation is that Vegito and Gogeta will dominate the game all year. I don't think even until Tanabata happens are we gonna have a character in their level. I think Tanabata is probably when we could start to see them, things shift a little bit. Usually, that's kind of the way things can work, but we'll see. These guys will be safe and dominant all year. I think the Part 3 stages will probably be based upon, their abilities, allowing us to dominate those fights. So you're just straight up not gonna go wrong grabbing these two. Gogeta and Vegito, obviously. Now, one that's a little bit maybe less obvious here I have is AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku, when you look at this ability, right here, that shit is very broken. Damage reduction support, defensive support to these categories, and then also massive 2-turn support right here. What we could take away from this, and again, there's particular characters from Dragon Ball Daima who will be arriving in Dokkan. This guy is high at the top of the priority list to obtain. It's like we know. So, Easy Grid at Vegeta was tweeted out last night. Grid at Vegeta seems like a ridiculous character. He seems like he's going to be very strong. Very powerful addition to the Giant 8 power category. I expect maybe now it'll be next week. We'll see LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the LR Gods get their powerful EZAs. They will be some of the best characters in the game. So Giant 8 power is going to get 2 EZAs that they're going to nail, it seems like, along with this guy. And then, again, what else is coming? So, I would really just recommend it, man. This guy is huge. I'm trying to dance around my words. I'm going to give people a little bit more time, but there's a Diamond character that's going to be best friends with this Goku. I'm just saying it, right? Like, be ready. Be ready. Be ready. All right, so there's that. So these are the anniversary characters, right? Pretty obvious ones. I mean, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is good. I think he's probably... I might have him maybe even just, like, right behind Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here. I think that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's pretty underrated, but... I mean, I would say he's a little bit down on the priority list here. I mean, I would put him right here. I mean, obviously, but... Now we can start talking about some other characters. So, Tech Broly is on the Carnival banner right now. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Goku and Frieza Carnival banner. What this guy is able to do, it's just not like characters like don't just do what this guy does and Beast does. It's like this guy and Beast. You sit them in slot 1 for the first 5 turns or something like that, and they're untouchable. That is so unbelievably valuable. And Beast Gohan and Tech Broly are literally the perfect partners for the fusions, because the weaknesses for the fusions is there's kind of like 2 here. They're a little bit like they can't go slot 1, neither of these characters at the start, right? Like the Tech Super Saiyan Goku, and then the AGL Angel Super Saiyan Vegeta. Neither of them are slot 1 right at the start. So that's why you bring Beast, Tech Broly. You know, they could take care of slot 1 for you right away, which could be very helpful, right? And then also Ki is potentially another issue that sometimes these characters could have. But that slot 1 problem, you could fix that just by having Tech Broly. And then even, in base form, he's untouchable in slot 1. And then in Legendary Super Saiyan form, you have 2 rotation. If you keep him in slot 1, the first 3 turns, 1 turn in base and 2 turns in Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, he's essentially nigh invincible in slot 1. So, I mean, that's huge. It's huge. It's huge. So, Tech Broly is the GOAT, and he kind of is like a must-have. Now, again, he's on the banners right now. Probably a good chance maybe you guys tried to hunt Goku and Frieza or hunt Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and you picked him up or something like that. This guy's a great pickup with coins. If you're curious who you should use Carnival coins on, I mean, this would be the #1 overall option for Carnival coins. There is no better character right now to get with Carnival coins than this guy, Tech Broly. I'll tell you guys, I'm planning on doing my LR tier list, soon. This guy is number 4 on my list, right? Fusions are 1 and 2. Beast is 3. Daddy right here, Father Broly is 4. So, he is a great pickup here. Next. No, let me actually grab this guy first. Gotenks. Gotenks is just a ridiculous character. And especially with Gotenks, with a character like Glorio, some of these recent characters, I think there's a good chance a lot of players are not going to have, here, it's right here. A lot of players are not going to have, Daima Goku, Glorio, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Tech Buhan, Slug, Gohan and Piccolo, Vegeta, like all this in a row, right? Like basically every single one of these banners, the banner would have dropped and I would have been telling people, don't summon, wait for anniversary, right? Well, now is where, you an opportunity to kind of pick up one of these lost characters. Gotenks is one of the best options you could do because it's very simple with Gotenks. He is kind of a perfect partner for both of the fusions, right? So I went over their weaknesses, right? Weakness in slot 1. They can't go slot 1, so we get Tech Broly or Beast, right? That's why I have Tech Broly there. Ki can be an issue for them, a major issue. Gotenks as a Rainbow Orb Changer will dramatically help things out. A Rainbow Orb Changer, a powerful Rainbow Orb Changer at this level is a must. Gotenks is pretty strong defensively. In slot 1, he can be hit or miss, but I do like him because you can YOLO it. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, like, it's a bad situation or things aren't looking good. We could just YOLO and put him in slot 1, put him in front of the super attack with that, which is good. The game right now seems to be filling up with Ki Blast super bosses, which Gotenks is essentially immune to damage from Ki Blast super bosses. He does guaranteed crits, guaranteed additional supers. So he does a lot of damage. And the reason he does a lot of damage is because he's consistently guaranteed double supering and guaranteed double critting. It's like when you are doing these guaranteed crits and these guaranteed additionals, you're doing a lot of damage, right? Like you're not leaving anything to chance. None of this shit. You're just actually doing a lot of damage. While Rainbow Orb Changing with the ability to go slot 1 with a great link set. He's a great partner for both of the fusions. This is a tremendous top tier character. This is one of the high recommendations I would give for a character to get with the Porunga Wishes for sure. And then he has his active skill too. On the turn with his active skill, he makes for a great slot 1. So the thing with Gotenks is he has a deep bag. He's bringing a lot of things to the table, but he's not really hurting the team. It's like he can YOLO in slot 1. He does Orb Change, making things easier for other characters, right? Like he does have Ki Blast counter. He does do damage. He does have defense. Like he just does everything, brings a lot to the table, and takes nothing off of it. So I cannot recommend this character enough. He is fantastic. An incredible design. I cannot see this guy losing relevance like this year because he is going to be an elite floating character. Rainbow Orb Changing, very tanky with good damage. He's elite. I just cannot see picking this guy as a wrong option. Now, Glorio. Glorio is ridiculously broken. But one of the major reasons I want to talk about Glorio is his category Demonic Power. Daima did go pretty crazy. Now, right now, a lot of the big stuff we've seen at the moment has just been kind of the Saiyan stuff. I assume we're probably going to see some crazy Demonic Power stuff within the next couple episodes of Daima. So, grabbing Glorio could be a good idea, but now is also a good time to mention. Let me pull up Daima Goku as well right here while we're talking about Glorio. Daima Goku also. These two characters, they will be returning April. Let's just look at last Golden Week. Probably like 6 or 7. Oh, yeah, there we go. April 26th. Glorio and Daima Goku will be on these banners. The Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest banners, Glorio and Daima Goku will be on those banners. Okay, so you do want to keep that in mind, that they're going to be returning. I think I am a very high defender of Daima Goku. I think he has great multiple turn support. He has pretty strong defenses. This, to me, is one of the more underrated characters in the game right now. Glorio is a juggernaut, crazy support. He could have weaknesses to potentially AoEs or locking. Those are things that definitely could give him trouble. But overall, I would say Glorio is quite good, right? I think he's quite good. But I just want to highlight that Daima stuff, right? Could be coming. Could be coming soon. I'm just saying. All right, so there's that. Last thing I want to do. I'm going to talk about this. So, Tech UI Goku. I know that there's going to be players who want to grab Tech UI Goku. Yeah, guys, you also want to consider the fact that he sucks. Well, here's the thing. Vector knows better than this. Because what Vector loves to do is he loves to juice his favorite characters. He likes to have fun with the game. I want to have fun with the game. My favorite characters, I want to make them look good. I want to make them shine. I'm sure a lot of players are like that. Well, the domains are one of the big ways you could do that, right? Tech UI Goku has a super class buffing domain. So, any like super class character you want to juice, you want to gas up, you get his domain on turn 5 and he's going to give massive stats to, your favorite character you want to juice or whatever. So I know a lot of people are actually dying to get their hands on this guy. You can, YOLO him as like a slot 1 character as well. He's got a good link set. I mean, he can just fail dodges and you lose, but, he is still like a very good character, right? But it's just, there's some issues, but he's definitely a very good character. I wouldn't overly recommend going for this guy. Now, I'm not going to stop myself from talking about the character that I think is probably going to be Saiyan Day. It's not the recent Daima character. It's this guy. I do think this guy. I mean, I don't know for sure. We'll see if it's not going to be the case. I do think that this is probably... sorry, I mean, there's no way people don't know about this by now. I'm sorry. I have barely talked about him on the channel, but at a certain point, we got to talk about it, right? I think that this is probably going to be Saiyan Day. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I do think so. This is probably your Saiyan Day character right here. Tech UI Goku will be on that banner. If this is what Saiyan Day is, people are going to go crazy wanting to summon for him. They're going to go nuts wanting to summon for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right? And Tech UI Goku's going to be on the banner. So, I mean, if you're looking to get a character, I mean, if you really must have Tech UI Goku, I mean, get him. It's your wish. You could grab, again, any of these characters listed. You could just pick for free. That's it. But Tech UI Goku would not be high on my list of characters to recommend. Especially with the fact that he comes back March 18th. So remember this, global players. You guys are now kind of aligned on the JP schedule. The Tanabata Dokkan Fest LR, who comes out at the end of June, it takes a very long time for them to return. That is now the character that takes forever to come back. Right? Because UI Goku came out in June for JP, and he has never returned. Right? It's once the Tanabata banner leaves, towards the end of July or whenever it is, the character, it's that one window, and then it takes a long ass time for them to come back. But the thing is the end of that window is about to hit March 18th. So let me know what you guys think. Good luck for whoever you decide to pick. Again, there's very obvious, options. Gogeta, Vegito. I mean, getting a dupe or a second dupe of them, would be great. They'll dominate all year. Again, I'd highly recommend Super Saiyan 4 Goku because of Daima things that are going to happen throughout the year. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is major. Tech Broly is major. There are other characters who could be good. Goku Gohan and Trunks can be a solid character to get. AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku could be a nice little defensive character. But many of the early start of 2024 characters have certainly, lost some relevance. Topo is not as good as he was. AG Ultimate Gohan is not as good as he was. Physical Rose is not as good as he was. I mean, First Form Frieza never really had a life, right? A lot of that stuff. Cell Max is not as good as he was. So, let me know what you guys think. Good luck. Whew! Dokkan is crazy for this.